Now, Emma Watson's statement in 2019 saying she is self-partnered changed what it means to be single. It sparked a cultural conversation that entered the news cycle for the third time now in 2025. But the question is, what does it really mean to be self-partnered? Let's talk about that on Love Hacks.
No need to be sad. Love hacks, we got you.
And our resident love guru is here with us today. Beautiful day, Coach B.
Beautiful day.
Ito na naman tayo with a new term. Actually, it isn't because she mentioned this. Emma Watson mentioned this in 2019. So now people are talking about it again in
Correct.
2025. But it is actually the first time that I've heard the term self-partnered. So what is this all about?
So self-partnered is basically it's like being loyal to yourself. So
Okay.
imagine a wedding, but you're making the vows with yourself, not with another person. So yung mga vows na I'm gonna be with you through healthness and sickness, like I'm gonna prioritize you. So imagine a woman professing that to herself.
Till death do us part.
Prioritizing her dreams, her self-growth, and of course her goals in life. That is self-partnership.
Okay. So see, Emma Watson mentioned this term when she was 30 and now she's 34. She clarified what she meant by saying that she's self-partnered. She said it challenged cultural expectations that by your 30s, you should already be settling down. So what's your take on this?
Absolutely, that's right. And I feel like there is a resurgence of this term. It's because we're seeing more and more women entering self-partnership. Hindi nagpapadala sa pressure ng society.
Okay.
Standing on their ground saying, well, marriage is not a race. It really depends upon if I meet a fitting partner, then I go for the marriage. It's not my age that will dictate when I will get married.
Okay.
Or if I'm going to get
If you're
married.
gonna get married.
Yes,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
point.
All right, so let's address the slight elephant in the room. Matchmaker ka eh. This is bad for business. Ata kung nag-self-partner sila.
Oo.
But let's be frank here kasi in the reality there are some people who in the end would prefer it or would choose that particular lifestyle or that direction when it comes to yung whether or not to be partnered. But when we take a look at the reality that some people actually do, bilang matchmaker, what's your take on it?
Yeah, this is amazing, Pao, because when you look at it, it looks like it's bad for business, but us matchmakers love self-partnered people because even when you look at science, the best and the easiest people to match are those who are self-sufficient, are those who are happy on their own, are those who have figured out their life already. And when they come to us and say, Coach, I've already figured out my life, I'm ready for a partner, they are, once again, the easiest people to match because they've already worked on themselves. And so some people are not really meant to be married. And sometimes people come to us to figure that out. Sometimes they say, Coach V, let me see if marriage is for me. Let the matchmaking thing be my last hurrah. If I find somebody, yes. If not, it's okay too. No pressure. And that is usually the best client. Walang
So-
pressure.
Okay. Kasi kanina Paolo and I were talking about it na instead of saying you're single, people will now say you're self-partnered. What?
Or I love myself.
Oh, I love myself.
Yeah.
Why is this and what is the difference ba talaga ng just saying you're single and saying you're self-partnered?
I feel like self-partnered is a much more elevated version of being single. Self-partnered is being very conscious of choosing yourself and not really, like I'm single, I keep on searching and searching and finding. Self-partnership is like, I'm very focused on myself, and when the universe or God, whatever your belief is, sends me somebody that brings me more value than what I could bring to myself, then I'm gonna go for it. So wala siyang pressure to be married compared to like single people. It's just like when you're single, you're just waiting to get married, right? But
Meron kasi siyang there's that negative connotation when you say you're single.
Yes.
Parang ang naka-attach na description dyan is you're waiting,
May
you're
kulang.
searching,
Yeah.
diba? Parang you're not complete.
Correct. That's a very good term.
But that
You're
we
not
should
complete.
actually scrap that, diba?
But-
Change that.
I'm actually curious now kasi syempre we say self-partner. We typically associate that right now with women. Can men also be self-partnered?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, there's a lot of men who's self-partnered. These are the men that we like in the matchmaking service because these are the men who are so busy could be building their empire. So they tend to be more successful. They tend to be fitter too because they have more time to work on themselves.
They're the unicorns.
They are the unicorns.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Yes.
From the materialists.
Yes,
diba?
correct.
Yeah,
And
the
we love
unicorns.
these types of clients because once again, people who have self-partnered have made a vow to themselves that I'm gonna prioritize my dreams, my health, my well-being. And so just to add to that, yung being single kasi there's a connotation that we are a half of a whole. But self-partnered is I'm not anyone's half. I'm whole
Yeah, buo
by
ka na.
myself.
Yeah.
So for those who are self-partnered or single, whichever term they prefer to call themselves, how do you properly take care of yourself?
So what's beautiful about self-partnered people are they're not necessarily close to love. And so many of them, part of their goal for working on themselves is they eventually want to have a partner. It's just that they're not in a rush. So how do you take care of yourself when you're self-partnered is, of course, besides the usual thing that you do your workout, you do your mental health check, self-partnership is also being open to the fact that although I feel complete being alone, part of my self-care would be nurturing my relationships. Because if you're a person who is well balanced, that means you're not just you. You also invest time, you also invest money, you also invest effort in your relationships, and that includes romantic and platonic relationships.
Ito naman tayo sa platonic.
yeah.
But let's not focus on that. Okay, because I want to now deal with the question that a lot of people get, especially when they're around family. Kasi syempre, when you say self-partnered, you say it to yourself, you can say it to your friends, and they would understand. But kapag ngayon malapit na yung Pasko, when you go and see your family, kapag may family
yeah. Oh my
gatherings,
gosh.
kapag lumapit si tita, kailan ka ikakasal?
Yeah. That's the famous question.
Or tumataba ka. Or mga, iba na yun. But when
Hindi
you,
na yun falling into this topic. Okay.
but when they start asking that, how would you explain it to someone who siguro is not too familiar or of a certain age that I am technically single, pero it's a choice and it is something that you're happy with.
Right. Well, if I am them and you're self-partnered, I would get myself a ring. Because instead of explaining, I'm self-partnered, medyo a lot of people wouldn't get that. But if you have a ring, dalawa lang yan. Either they just ignore because nakita you're already with somebody, just that shuts people up. Or if they ask you, who are you with? I'm already married to myself.
Okay.
Easy.
With myself.
Okay.
You can get away with that. Wala na, parang okay, if they ask you, what do you mean married to myself? I mean, if you say that, they get the point already that I'm whole. I don't need another person to propose in front of me just to get the ring.
It's like a sign that says stop, no?
Yeah.
The ring, right? It's
Yeah,
like a sign that says stop. I think that you may have just accidentally created new marketing ploy for a bunch of jewelers.
Oo,
Like,
jewelers.
ito, para walang lumapit sa'yo.
Yeah.
Diba? Buy one for yourself.
Yes.
I remember si Ivana Alawi, yung artista, si Ivana, she bought herself like a really expensive ring.
That's right,
Yeah.
my love. And this has already been a trend.
Oo.
People buying their own engagement, even wedding ring. Because why not? Self-partnership is about giving yourself what you want to get from supposedly a partner. Kung wala pang partner, if you want that diamond ring, go for it. Get it for
Yeah,
yourself.
plus you don't need to wait for a partner. You can afford to buy yourself a really expensive and beautiful ring, then go do it, diba? It's a sign also of independence.
Correct. And
Yeah.
the theme song for this is, the Miley Cyrus song na I could buy myself flower. I mean,
Yeah,
if you love
yeah,
flowers and
yeah.
nobody's giving you flowers yet, that means you can do it for yourself. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na you're not gonna be open for other people. It's just that to stop the craving for other people, just let your body, yourself experience what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it to yourself.
I hate to go back to talking about yung rings kasi feeling ko ma-pressure rin yung guy if ever a girl gets herself like this
diba?
really expensive ring at hindi mo pala
Papantayan mo.
papantayan mo. Ang hirap nun.
Which makes it a lot
Oh my
better because right now, sabi nga nila in 2030,
Okay.
more than 50% of women 35 and above will be single. And one of the reasons is, why would you get married? Why would you be in a relationship if your person cannot give the same level of love that you're giving yourself?
Okay, yeah, true. At the same time though, apart from that, kasi some people would say, oh, I'm building pa rin. I'm not yet at that level where I can match you. Kasi, aminin na natin, sometimes girls are more successful than guys that they're dating. And it happens quite a bit actually. But, when you take a look at yung timelines, kasi yan yung nagiging usapan na rin eh. Like, pressured by timelines, expectations, set by friends, families. How do you address that and correct or at least help them adjust to yung mindset?
What should be the mindset
Yeah.
by people who choose to be self-partnered?
Right. So the mindset would be just understanding the needs of the human being, which I do feel, and that's why I'm this industry, because I do feel that we are meant for somebody. It's just that when the timing is not right, when you are not mentally, financially, emotionally ready, relationships bring more chaos than love.
Okay.
And so it's really on the mindset that I'm gonna fall in love, I'm gonna choose somebody because I'm ready and not because I'm desperate or I'm in need of some sort of saving from other people. So that's the mindset that I would practice.
And also for those women or even men who choose to be self-partnered for life, diba? That's also a valid choice.
Yeah.
Diba? So if they choose not to look for a partner na talaga, not because they are closing their doors on love, but because they're happy being or living by themselves lang. Diba?
Absolutely,
So it's
Anne.
also valid.
Yes, and
Yeah.
some people are really better off without a partner.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, for some reason, of course, partners take time. You have to cultivate that relationship in order to be healthy. Like some of the creative people just really, are successful, like being alone than being with somebody.
Yeah,
So whatever makes you happier in this lifetime, go for it.
Right.
If you feel like you're gonna soar higher alone, then we all have 80 years in this lifetime. You choose how to spend it.
But if you're a self-partnered unicorn and you feel like you're ready to look for love na, then go to Coach V.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank
Go to
you.
Coach V. Oo, yan yung endorsement natin. I still feel bad that I think that I have encouraged more successful women to buy their own rings and then the guys now have to match or do better.
Oh, well, you have
The
to
rings.
do better.
Actually, do better. Hindi naman pwede match, no?
Do better, period.
Guys, pasensya na, sorry. That's on me. All right.
Something that we can talk about in the next episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's a totally different topic altogether. We can talk about that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Successful women.
Correct, right?
Yeah.
And some women may siguro have that pressure on men na I need a better ring from you, but some women do not really care about that.
Oh,
na.
that's so
I mean,
true.
I'm
Yeah.
already made up. I just need somebody who's loyal and who's not gonna sleep around when I
Keyword some women.
Some, but I would say hypergamy is still true to this day.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up here because we have to, and I don't want to increase the bill of our male listeners in the future. So maraming
Thank
salamat,
you, Coach
V.
V. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.